How are you?
I'm all right. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. My goodness. I haven't spoken to you for so long, and now we get to meet here.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, for the benefit of everyone who is watching, my guest today is Nathan Douman. Now, some people you don't get to meet; they are just there. That's when I was reflecting on this conversation. I was thinking, I didn't get introduced to Nathan, you know. He was kind of my neighbor when he was born, or something like that. We lived
Yeah,
in the same cul-de-sac.
we
Um,
did.
yeah, those days when you were still cute, and
When I was still, yeah,
I
long
just thought
time ago.
I thought I'd throw that in there. Um, Nathan, all of a sudden I mean, I can't even pinpoint the day, but all of a sudden he was just a singer, and a prolific singer. And it was not a matter of just trying it out. He was a singer. So I think you were born to sing. What do you think?
I love singing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was born to do what I love, but I enjoy it. I'll keep
Mm,
trying every day.
yeah, yeah. So tell me something. You are um, a trained theologian, a qualified theologian, and you are a teacher, and yet you have
That's
this
correct.
booming music ministry. How does that all tie together?
Wow. Um, it's challenging sometimes,
Mm.
but I studied the way I see it. I studied to go into the ministry, and I am still in the ministry, just a different form, not pastoral ministry,
Ah,
but music, and also working with kids every day.
ah.
So I'm still very much using what I studied and what I learned at Alderberg. When was that? I graduated in 2009. So
Oh, that's a
I've been
long time
teaching
ago.
for 12 years or 11 years now. So yeah,
Nathan, you're
yeah, it's
part
a
of the
long time, eh?
furniture at Grove already.
Almost there. They're almost going to have a building or an award named after me soon.
Yes, eh? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Oh, that's awesome. So, I mean, I like the perspective that you give, that it's all part of the same thing, you know.
yeah,
It just shows that
it
your life
is.
is channeled, in a direction. Now, I know that you have groups that you run, you know,
Yeah.
but over the past few years, I've been seeing you more and more um, focus on your solo career. So how do you juggle those two things? Because they can be
Yeah, I
hectic, eh?
never, it is hectic. It will always be hectic. um, I always see myself more as a group singer. I
Mm-hmm.
never ever recognized myself or considered myself a soloist or you know, I don't know. Overseas, normally you're in a group and you try and work yourself to become a solo act.
Uh,
But in Cape Town, growing up, I've always seen people just being part of groups, and I developed a love and a passion for singing in a team.
mm,
Uh, First with a mixed group, and then with men, and now
mm,
I look at it as two different things, and I like doing both.
mm.
So yeah, man. I think more voices. If one voice is good, five voices are better. But there's a time and place for everything. So I'm enjoying doing more solo work now, and challenging myself in that way. But
Mm.
I'll always group singing is always going to be my not my biggest passion, but equally so as solo singing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
So on that, I mean, there's nobody that has you on Facebook that has not been exposed to your AHC, your at home
yeah.
collaborations. How did that
That's
start?
it, man. I think just like I don't know if I can say just like you. or like every other singer was stuck at home. Um, I'm seeing everyone coming out with different things. Friends of mine and other singers that we come into contact with.
Mm,
And I was thinking, like, what can I do? Because I miss being out there with the
mm.
group and singing. And I just tried a collaboration just with a few guys. And then I saw the response and I figured, look, this is something that people seem to like. I like it.
Mm,
I like doing it with guys I've never sung with before. Why
mm.
not just try and take it further? And it just went. And I think last week I did song number 59.
What?
So yeah, it started in May and we've done about 59 songs so far. This week will be 60. And it's crazy. There's been almost 60 singers that's been involved
Mm.
between then and now. So yeah, I'm just happy with the way it was received, and it's hectic, but I enjoy doing it.
I just, I'm thinking now 60 people. Do you realize then how people respect your work and enjoy working with you? Because I mean, we're not talking about three people agree to do this and now Nathan is like thinking that this is wonderful. It's 60 people, Nathan. 60.
Man, for me, it's more of an honor or a privilege to do it. I still have a lot of singers that I'm still working towards,
Mm.
you included,
Yeah.
but I'm
Ik ga ook feature, mates.
the thing is, I what I did was I tried to ask a lot of people that I've never sung with before,
Mm.
and then there's songs that come up, and I'm thinking, okay, I've got this voice in mind. Sometimes people aren't available; everyone is busy,
Mm.
but for the most part, 90% of the time, everyone is keen and game, and I've just been enjoying it. It's fun for me. I love different voices and different styles, so
Mm.
I'm having fun with it.
I see so. So tell
Yeah.
me, do you so on the technical side, on the production side of it now, so you choose a song and then what do you send a demo? How does it end up being that video that we see?
Yeah. So what happens is, so first I've got a spreadsheet here with like probably about 200 plus songs, and I keep adding to it.
Mm.
And then what I do is I either record an arrangement first,
Ah.
or I take the original demo,
Mm.
whichever the singer knows best. Or
Mm.
if the person doesn't know the song at all, then I'll either record it myself
Mm.
and then send them a rough demo with a backtrack and with the arrangement broken down on a page. They work on it about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and then I get the stuff back. And then I mix, edit. Um, they send me a video as well, do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, every Friday it gets out there. Sometimes it's a bit, you get thrown because somebody can't make a deadline or
Mm. Mm.
something happens.
Mm.
But for the most part, there's been an at-home song every week since the 1st of May right through till
Wow.
now. So yeah, man,
Wow.
it's a,
Yo. So
it's been a blessing.
you do the mixing and that yourself?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I started fooling around with this type of thing, like I think it was a year ago. And then this year I sort of invested in some equipment so that I can try and record my own stuff here at home.
Mm.
But I'm learning with if this whole thing has been a whole learning process as well, and still is. I mean, you'll never be. I will listen to a song now and I'll think, no, man, how did we? Why did we do that? But then somebody else hears it, they don't pick it up, or and yeah. So I'm looking at it as though I'm mixing songs continuously. So I'm either going to improve or I'm going to stagnate. But somewhere along the line, I'm just going to keep trying and
Mm.
get feedback from whoever. And yeah,
You
you
see,
can't please anyone. and
Yeah.
everyone at the same
Yes.
time. So
Yes.
yeah, but I do almost everything myself.
Wow. I've experienced a little bit of that too in this time, in this lockdown time.
Yeah.
Also I had to learn new software and get to grips with things
Yes.
and recording myself and mixing myself. Um,
Oh man, that's
uh,
great.
but I fully hear you when you say it's a learning experience because that's how we grow. We learn,
Yeah.
we try new things, we adapt, we pivot. Uh, what would you say to the young ones out there at the moment who are, maybe singing in church or used to singing in church? They're growing in music. What advice would you give them?
Yeah. I mean, I wish maybe I'm not visiting enough churches, but I'm seeing less of the young people doing it. I don't know if you
You're
see
not
it as
alone.
well.
You're not alone. I
Yeah,
see
there's
that too.
like, it's not like when I was a youngster. Um, there were like so many different groups and
Mm,
people singing and stuff.
mm,
But to those that are, I would say like take every opportunity that you get to sing. If it's
mm,
in at someone's home, even if they
mm,
ask you to, just do it. You build up experience. Before you know it, you're not as nervous anymore. Um,
mm,
Technically, there's a lot that can be done. I mean, I've seen that you're doing some coaching as
mm,
well. That's
mhm,
been good. I think that anyone who sings should take that side of it also seriously, because if you don't do it right, you can lose your voice quick, or you won't have a, how do I put it? You won't have, is it longevity, or you
yes,
won't
yes.
have, yeah, an extended period depending on the voice that you
Mm-hmm,
sing. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, sing wherever, but also I would say number one, what my granny always says, be humble and you won't stumble.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we go. Timali is spot on. You
here we
know,
go. Yeah,
I think that's very good advice because, the nature of the world that we sing in here in Cape Town and maybe in our church circles is that
mm,
once it's known that you can sing, you kind of put on a little pedestal and then it's like oh snowball from there, and we hardly give guidance like you've just given, well, like Molly has
yeah,
just given,
yeah,
to these youngsters, because it's very easy for that to go to your head. We can't actually blame people.
yeah.
People need an environment where they are nurtured and supported in their talent,
Agreed.
you know so
Absolutely.
so and that's why for me I enjoy listening to the at home collaborations. Oh, not only for that, but also because it's people that I haven't heard sing for a very long time, that
Yeah.
you managed to rope in and get them to sing
Yes.
again, and
Yeah.
you're trying different combinations. I love that. um
Yeah.
so for those of you, if you haven't yet paid attention, go just check out Nathan Doman. You've now seen how to spell his name. Look it up on Facebook and check out the at home collaborations, and just be inspired by what you can do if you just sit down and think, what can I do in this time? What
Yeah.
contribution can I make in this time? So, so also the other thing that struck me about you is that I don't know if you had a solo album out before, but I came across two of your solo albums at the same time. Was I
Yeah.
going mad? Or did you
No,
release
that
two
both
albums?
both came out the same time. Yeah. Both this year, just as the lockdown. You're probably about to sing the first month. After
Yes.
the first month, that was it. Um, yeah, I released it online. Um, I was
Yes, sir.
working on a solo project in 2018,
Mm, mm,
and I had a lot of songs written, and I was working with different producers trying to get my original stuff done. I was purposefully trying to work with three different guys so I can
mm,
get different feels and stuff, and then the plan was to have a kind of release in May of this year. And I had contacted a band, I had booked a venue, I've done everything. And then the lockdown sort of happened. So I was like, I cancel all of that. And then I was like, I literally had like, what about 15 to 17 plus songs. Some of my favorites and then some original stuff and some stuff that I never got the chance to get into studio to complete. So I thought, look, we don't know when this is going to end. Let's just go for it. And I just released it. The one is called All Over the World. It's
Yes.
got most of the original stuff. And then the other is Solo Vault. The Solo Vault is sort of a series that I'm trying to do where I'm singing a lot of covers, but people's favorites and Christian classics, hymns and stuff like that.
So speaking about the Solo Vault, because that's the one that I listened to first. And
Okay.
I love first experiences. So you know I listen to an album. I listen from the start to the finish. I don't stop.
All
I
right.
don't skip a track.
Okay.
When I listen to an album that I've chosen to listen to, I listen to every single song the first time because
Okay.
I want to get a whole picture, of the offering that the person
All
is
right.
presenting. But I will tell you, something stood out for me as a favorite,
Okay.
in the Solo Vault.
Mhm.
And I see now, I just look now, it's got a stereo next to it. That almost means that it's the most downloaded. I don't know. Does it mean that? It means something. It's a
Yeah.
popular
What is that
song
on Apple or Spotify
on
or
Apple.
Google? Okay.
Mm.
I think it
Gentle,
gets listened to most or something.
yeah,
Streamed the
Gentle
most of them.
Savior. I think if
Yeah.
if there are like a million listens, 900,000 of them are mine. So I really like.
I don't
I
think it's ever going to reach that, but yeah,
I really
hopefully.
like it. I really love that song. Is it a cover?
Yes, it is. It's a song by David Phelps. One of
What?
his old, yeah, one of his old stuff.
What? Okay,
Uh,
maybe that's why I
yeah.
never recognized it.
No, I've
Um,
always loved it.
it's a
And
beautiful, beautiful rendition. So take
oh,
you
thank you.
into there because I mean you sing your whole range in that song. There are, I mean, there's a
Yeah.
high note, there's a low note, but let me tell you something. At the end of the song, look, in the song it's low in the beginning, and the
Mm.
low is not forced. I'm describing this to you so that you can for once hear somebody talk about your singing. the the
Yeah.
the low notes are done like effortlessly and so on, and one could be forgiven for thinking this is a rich baritone. And
Okay.
then as the song progresses, you like get that Nathan thing, that peak, that
Yeah.
Nathan thing, no? But then the same the highest note that you sing in the song is gentle savior, no? The end. Moet jy my stem
Mm.
as see for live ding. I say sorry, I must edit that out. Um so you sing that high note like in a powerful way in your full voice, but right at the end you sing
Yeah.
it gently
Yeah.
too. So I mean
Yeah.
that really impressed me that you're willing to explore all the aspects of your voice. I must
Mm.
actually
Yeah.
recommend for those of you who listen to at home collaborations every Friday, come now. You've got to get the album too. You've got to listen to these two
Yeah, man.
albums so that
Please.
you can hear what it's like. The original material. Tell me about that.
Yeah. There's, I stand corrected now, but there's about 8 original songs on there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've written about 7 of it. And
Mm-hmm.
then
Wow.
there's, in fact, I've written about 6. And then there's 2 songs that was written by a friend of mine.
Mm.
So, um, yeah, man, some of the stuff I wrote back in 2014,
Mm.
some I wrote last year, one is done by His Men, one is by Cover Me. So, one voice. So I've included um, the songs I've written, and sung with the groups,
Mm.
and some of my own songs that I've sung by myself. So I decided to get as much original content on one album, and then the solo vault will be all covers
Yes.
and you
Mm.
know.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm happy with the original stuff. There's just one or two songs that I recorded at home during the lockdown, and it's stated there specifically and clearly that it's an at home um, rendition.
Mm.
But I will do that again um, in studio with a different producer just to get what I wanted from the. It's a song that's called "You're Never Alone."
Yes.
It's yeah. So that song, because it's so special to me and because of the meaning behind it and why I wrote it, I want to just do it again.
Mm.
So
That is a
yeah.
beautiful song. Why do you
Yeah,
think it is
thanks.
that, certainly in our circles, Nathan,
Mm.
people do not necessarily, original material doesn't easily see the light of day? What do you think? What's the issue?
And the challenge that I don't know about others,
Mm.
but for me, it's literally the expense behind getting it out there.
Ha.
Um,
Yeah.
my problem is, I mean, I've literally got my laptop is full of this stuff, Word
Mm.
and PDFs
Mm.
of songs I've written, co-written with people. But to get that produced, to get into studio to do it, it's crazy. You also don't want to just do a quick little job on it and
Mm.
get it out, and then it's an original,
Mm.
and then you've got five songs that sound almost the same.
Mm.
You you want it to be proper, and you want
Mm.
a good producer on it. And the problem is that good producers don't come cheap. So
Ooh,
that's
tell me.
that's the issue that I've had. And a lot of times I think people, and there was a stage when I was also very, I wouldn't say not judgmental, but I was like, why are we doing so much covers? Why do we sing? So why can't we sing so like more of our own material?
Mm.
We need to do more of this. Yes, I still feel that way, but now I can see um, people would do it more if it was more accessible. If it was in our church, I don't know, we or in our surroundings, we didn't have a lot of musicians who were doing music and we could pair up with and stuff.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
Otherwise, we'll have a whole lot of original music that's a cappella, and I don't
Mm.
have a problem with that. But if you want a band, if you want music, it's expensive. So I
Mm.
think people buy the backtrack, sing songs from the groups they're exposed to,
Mm.
heritage singers or wherever the case may
Mm.
be. But we never move past that.
Mm.
Always just doing other people's music. It will be very nice if we could do more of our own, not knocking covers at all, because I will still sing covers now, but with the right amount of financial backing, we can do more
Yeah, yeah.
original stuff.
I like that. And I like that you're not knocking covers, because that's how that's how we
No,
start, you know.
yeah,
So I'm going to do a cover. I'm telling you now. And you're
all
not
right,
going to charge me a lot of money for copyrights, but I want to do a cover of one of your originals. Um,
okay,
because
wow,
you see, the thing is, I feel like singing covers is great, né? But how about singing a cover of someone who's written a song? I mean, to me, that's just wow.
yeah,
I
no, no,
think
no,
we need a more collaborative space, and that's what I was seeing in at the at home collabs. You
all
know,
right,
it's a
yeah,
collaborative space. People are starting to feed into each other's music ministries. I use that word very cautiously. Be
yes,
very quick to add ministry to music. Be
yeah,
careful, you know.
yeah,
But to some people, to people's musical expression. Let me use that. I
okay,
see in the collaborations I'm seeing. People are working together, and that is awesome. Now I feel
yeah,
like in what we sing, we can also take it there, you know. And I
Yeah.
agree with you, the difficulty of I mean, a solo artist must not can't sing a cappella original. Hoe gaat die klink? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to have a nice backing, you know, you want to have even if it's a vocal backing or a track backing or a piano backing,
Yeah.
all of that stuff costs, you know. So
Does.
I always say props to the musicians who are standing up, who are trying out recording, who are trying out mixing, you know,
Yeah.
who are taking the next step, because that's what a musician is, you know,
Yeah.
taking music to the next level. So I'm really, really impressed with that. Our time is almost up, my goodness. And I have two things I want to ask you about still. I want
Okay.
to, the first one I want to ask you about is you have a very supportive family, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to mention like who, but it's just everybody in your it's very supportive. What does that mean to you?
I think it means everything. Um, the fact that you can go out and do what you do and after work, and you've got a whole life besides the singing, and to have the support, to have the understanding
Mm,
behind what you have to do, why you have to be there and not here, and
mm,
all of that. That's for me. It's made this experience all the more better. It could have been worse. Um, you have a praying grandmother, uh,
mm.
uh, a mother who allowed me to take the car when I was just like fresh out of school. My father had just passed away. We came here, and then I would drive all over the place, going to go and sing with my mom's car, not
Mhm.
mine. And
Oh,
that still continued right through. And then Desra and we've literally been singing together for, wow,
300
I think
years.
about 15 years. So
Mm,
we
mm,
started a group together. So we do it. I mean, one voice. We sing together. Everything we're doing together. So
mm.
and now the kids are starting to take in music and develop a love for it. So
Uh-huh.
um, I think the future looks bright in terms of that,
It
and
does.
the support. I appreciate it all the way.
Right, it does. I mean, I was just thinking now as you were saying the kids are starting to get into it. Your eldest, you know, I think I told you, she's
Yeah,
like, you know, she's got this like she's got something in her voice, man. You know,
yeah,
there's a tone there, you know, that is the tone of of a great singer. You know, she's
no, no,
really
100%.
she's really special. Um, and yeah, I watched that. I mean, I also benefited from a mom who was extremely supportive, you know,
Yes,
of whatever I did,
yeah,
music, everything. You know, my mom is always my biggest fan. She's also my biggest critic. And I take her criticism seriously because it's
yeah,
always done in love and it's always to make me a better person, you know, and a better
yeah.
musician. So
Oh
I
man,
always note, you know, how supportive your family is. And you doing a special thing, a live, is it going to be live? Tell us about
it's
what you're doing on the 18th.
yeah. So normally around this time we would have a concert as a group,
Mm,
and so I thought, let me do something from my side. It's gonna, it's involving the group and
mm,
other people, and but it's mostly solo work and stuff that I'll be
great,
doing. It's pre-recorded, so
great.
the event will be premiered between 8 and 9. So it's just under an hour.
Mm-hmm,
Um, it's free. It will be on Facebook on my page
mm-hmm,
and on YouTube. So
mm-hmm.
whichever people want to watch, I'll schedule it and premiere it at the same time. But
Awesome.
you can only watch it then. So once that is gone, I'll people request, then I will put it out again. Maybe later in the week I'll put it out again. But I don't want to leave the songs just out there,
Mm,
the program, just to make it a little bit more special because I've
Exactly.
involved a lot of people in it. It's very good um, renditions that they've done.
Mm,
So we're not charging for it. So I actually want to make it a more of an event than just
mm.
another video out there.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm still busy with it. It's taking a lot of time, but
Yeah, look,
it's
these things
good.
take a lot of time and effort, yo.
Hey,
Yo. Uh-uh.
it's crazy.
So for everybody watching, on the 18th of December, it's a Friday, right, Nathan?
It's a Friday evening, yeah.
So it's a Friday on the 18th of December, 8 o'clock. You've got to be in front of your laptop, or if you have a smart TV, in front of your TV or on your phone. But check out either on Nathan Doman on Facebook, Nathan Doman on YouTube. Check out this special offering. It's free, and it's gonna put you in that mood. It's gonna put you in the mood to praise. I think
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. And I
Oh,
hope that
thank you.
everything goes well. I hope that the run up goes as smooth as is possible.
Yeah,
Um,
no, praying for that.
I
I'm
know how
praying
it
for
can
that.
get.
Yeah, look, I've never done it. All these technical things, but I'm having faith that, like every other video, everything just went according to plans, and I'm hoping that this does too. But I mean, I've got the thing that if it doesn't, we just do it again until we get it right. So yeah,
Absolutely.
looking.
Yo, absolutely. It was so awesome getting this opportunity. It's only like 30 minutes, but it's really awesome to have this opportunity to just pick your brain a bit about what you're doing and how you're doing it, Nathan. Please carry on. There are
Thank
people
you.
who don't speak their support, but they
Hmm.
watch. They watch the video
Yeah,
every
yeah,
Friday. I mean, I see the number of views. People are
yeah,
watching. People
yeah.
are watching. So please keep going and keep doing the original material, and let's work together and see how we can create the circumstances that will benefit us all, so that we can put out some
Hmm.
of our original material and have Heritage do a Nathan Dowman original for a change.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Why
Yeah.
not? So all the
No,
best for the 18th. We're holding thumbs for
thanks
you,
a lot.
and we're praying for you. And thank you so much for this time. I really
No,
appreciate
thank you for asking me, man. It's a privilege to speak to you. I mean, I've learned such a lot from watching you. I won't say growing up watching you, but
it. Makes me like
I've
sound
learned a lot.
100.
Yeah. And yeah, it's thank you for this. I enjoyed the conversation.
Awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
Nathan. We'll talk again, eh?
Yes.
Bye.
All right. Thanks. Bye.